Now I finally get into that one section of code where I had to frankly tell you, hey, bear with me here, take that leap of faith. This line of code actually helps us on something that we might screw up, and that's either by accident, well, it's usually by accident, but you didn't do it intentionally, or you passed it into a function, or it's some typo that you made. But let me explain what happens here. In our self-assignment issue, if we have two different objects that are going in there, same instances, both of these are students or whatever, if we had two instances going in there, you know, just because of the positioning of everything, when everything is said and done, this is without an instance checking, we would have Rob is going into Keith. So what's going to happen is that Keith's data is actually going to be erased and then placed in Keith's overall spot. So again, Keith will be erased, then Rob's data will be placed into Keith as a copy. Now, there's nothing wrong with this part. That part's fine, okay? But what happens if you accidentally did Keith equals Keith? Now, what happens in this standpoint, it's the same set of directions here. The bad part is Keith's data is erased, and then, well, we try to put Keith's place data or Keith's deleted data back into Keith. Keith is blank. So we would end up having a problem with this type of association, again, only if we literally had this type of scenario, which could happen, So we want to make sure that it doesn't, and that's really what this is checking. This is just making sure it's literally not the same address. That's all it's doing. And if it is, it goes, oh, let's get out of here. It doesn't do any deletion, doesn't do any copying. It just gets out of there. Okay? So you won't even have an error pop up. It'll basically check, hey, I got this, fine. Oh, didn't mean to do that, get out. All I'm going to return is Keith, and again, no values were changed or set to it. So that's why we have that self-assessment clause inside of our assignment